The Galactic Council chambers buzzed with tension as representatives from 12 alien species gathered for the most controversial vote in their history. Admiral Vex of the blue-skinned Keltari Empire stood at the center podium, his 6 arms, gesturing dramatically as he presented Earth's file to the assembly. "Fellow council members," Vex announced, his voice echoing through the crystalline hall, "we have monitored this primitive world called Earth for 50 rotations. These creatures humans pose a threat to galactic peace." Commander Roth, a towering reptilian from the Sauron Republic, nodded in agreement. "Their military conflicts are endless. They wage war over resources, beliefs, and territory. Such savagery cannot be allowed to spread beyond their solar system." The holographic display showed Earth's recent history: world wars, nuclear weapons, environmental destruction. The evidence seemed overwhelming to the alien observers, who had never witnessed such apparent chaos in an intelligent species. Nyx from the peaceful Aquarian colonies raised a tentacle in concern. "Perhaps we should establish communication first? These humans might be reasoned with." "Impossible," interrupted General Kane from the Insectoid Hive Collective. "Our xenobiologists have studied their behavior patterns. They show no signs of achieving the emotional stability required for galactic citizenship. They are too aggressive, too unpredictable." The debate continued for hours. Species after species presented their concerns about humanity's violent nature. They pointed to human entertainment filled with conflict, their competitive sports, their military spending. To the peaceful galactic civilizations, humans appeared to be nothing more than warmongers waiting to explode across the stars. "The vote is clear," Admiral Vex declared as the final tallies appeared. 12 species in favor, 0 against. Operation Cleansing Dawn is approved. We will eliminate this threat before it can contaminate our peaceful galaxy. The aliens had made a critical error in their analysis. They had observed humanity's conflicts, but failed to understand the deeper truth. Humans didn't fight because they were evil or savage. They fought to protect what they loved. As the Council dispersed to prepare their fleets, none of them realized they had just made the worst mistake in galactic history. Asterisk. Captain Mike Torres was enjoying his morning coffee aboard the International Space Station when the sensors went haywire. What started as routine orbital maintenance became humanity's first glimpse of an alien armada. "Control, we've got multiple bogies approaching Earth," Torres radioed to Houston, his voice steady despite his racing heart. "They're massive, sir. Like nothing we've ever seen." The alien fleet emerged from hyperspace in perfect formation. Hundreds of sleek warships, each the size of a city, cast shadows over Earth's continents. Their crystalline hulls gleamed in the sunlight as they took positions around the planet. "Admiral," Vex's voice boomed across every communication frequency on Earth, translated into dozens of human languages simultaneously. "People of Earth, you have been judged by the Galactic Council. Your species exhibits dangerous aggressive tendencies that threaten galactic peace. Surrender now, and your end will be swift." In the Pentagon's crisis room, General Amy Walsh stared at the tactical displays showing alien positions. "Sir, they've got us completely surrounded. Our satellites are picking up energy signatures we can't even classify." President Davis, a former Marine, straightened his shoulders. "General, what are our options? Honestly, Mr. President, we're outgunned, outmanned, and facing technology centuries ahead of ours. By all military logic, we should surrender. But across the globe, something remarkable was happening. Instead of panic, instead of surrender, humanity began to show what the aliens had failed to understand about their species. In Tokyo, Dr. Lisa Park worked frantically in her laboratory, analyzing the alien energy signatures. "If we can understand their power source, maybe we can find a weakness." In Moscow, Colonel Evan Petrov gathered his best pilots. Comrades, they expect us to roll over and die. Let's show them what human stubbornness looks like. In London, 12-year-old Emma Watson looked up at the alien ships through her bedroom window and whispered, "You picked the wrong planet." The aliens had studied human warfare, but missed the most crucial element. Humans didn't just fight with weapons and strategy. They fought with heart, determination, and an absolute refusal to give up on defending their home dot as Admiral Vex prepared to demonstrate his fleet's overwhelming power with a surgical strike on major military installations. He received reports that puzzled him. Instead of mass evacuations and surrender broadcasts, human activity was increasing. Their military bases were buzzing with activity. Their communication networks were more active than ever, and their leaders were refusing all diplomatic contact. They must not understand the hopelessness of their situation, Commander Roth observed from the bridge of his flagship. "No matter," Vex replied, his blue skin darkening with annoyance. "We will begin Phase 2. A demonstration of our power will surely bring them to their senses." The first alien weapons powered up, targeting Earth's major cities. Energy weapons capable of leveling mountains prepared to fire. But in those final moments before the attack, something unexpected happened. Every human military installation, every space agency, every research facility on Earth began broadcasting the same message. "This is Earth. We don't know who you are or why you're here, but you've made one critical mistake. You threatened our home. You threatened our families. You threatened our children. And humans have never, in all our history, backed down from a fight when everything we love is on the line." The alien first strike was meant to be a demonstration of overwhelming power. Admiral Vex targeted 3 military installations, expecting the surgical destruction to break human resistance within hours. The energy beams lanced down from orbit, carving through Earth's atmosphere like knives of pure light. The blasts vaporized their targets completely, leaving only glass craters where military bases once stood. But instead of surrender, the aliens witnessed something they had never seen in their centuries of peaceful galactic expansion. An entire species united in Rage Dot within minutes of the attack. Every human government activated protocols that had never been tested. President Davis addressed the world from a bunker beneath Washington. "My fellow humans, today we face extinction, but we face it together. Today we show the universe what happens when you corner a species that has survived ice ages, plagues, and world wars. Today we fight back." The human response began immediately and caught the aliens completely off guard. Dr. Park's team in Tokyo had been analyzing alien energy signatures since first contact. "General Walsh," she reported over secure channels, "their ships use a quantum field generator. If we can create the right frequency disruption." "Do it," Walsh commanded. Every radio telescope, every satellite dish, every communication array on Earth suddenly synchronized into a single massive transmitter. The combined signal, broadcasting on frequencies the aliens used for their quantum field generators, created unexpected interference. Admiral Vex watched in disbelief as his outer ships began reporting system malfunctions. "How is this possible? Their technology is primitive." "Sir," his tactical officer reported nervously, "they're not using advanced technology. They're using everything they have, all at once, in ways we never predicted." Meanwhile, Colonel Petrov led the most desperate air mission in human history. Modified fighter jets, equipped with every piece of experimental technology Earth could muster, launched from hidden airfields worldwide. "Remember, brothers and sisters," Petrov's voice crackled over the radio, "we don't need to win this battle. We just need to make them bleed." The first wave of human fighters screamed toward the alien fleet. Their missiles, nuclear-tipped and enhanced with hastily modified alien energy signatures, struck targets the aliens thought were invulnerable. when the first alien ship exploded in Earth's orbit. Its death sent shockwaves through the entire Galactic Council fleet. These primitive beings had actually damaged their technology. But the real shock came when the aliens realized the humans weren't fighting to win. They were fighting to hurt them as badly as possible before going down. Commander Roth's Reptilian features showed confusion as reports flooded in. They're ramming our ships with their vehicles. They're detonating nuclear weapons at point-blank range. Admiral, these beings are fighting with no regard for their own survival. Impossible, Vex muttered. No intelligent species fights with such ... such fury, sir, his aide supplied quietly. Across Earth's surface, ordinary humans joined this fight in ways that defied all alien understanding of civilized behavior. Engineers sabotaged their own infrastructure to create electromagnetic pulses. Scientists converted their laboratories into weapon factories. Even children helped by jamming alien communications with their gaming devices. Emma Watson, the 12-year-old girl from London, had organized her entire school into a cyber warfare unit, using their combined internet connections to flood alien systems with data viruses hidden in human entertainment. They're broadcasting their music at us, reported a confused Keltari technician. Something called heavy metal is overloading our audio processors. The aliens had expected to face Earth's military. Instead, they faced Earth's entire population, united in desperate creativity and absolute fury. As the battle raged, Admiral Vex realized with growing horror that his surgical demonstration had awakened something unprecedented in galactic history. A species that became more dangerous when cornered, not less. The human counterattack was chaotic, unpredictable, and absolutely relentless. Every time the aliens adapted to one human tactic, humans invented 10 new ones. Sir, Commander Roth reported, his voice shaking, we've lost 12 ships. 12, to a species that doesn't even have faster-than-light travel. But the worst part wasn't the losses. The worst part was the growing realization that humans weren't just fighting back, they were learning. With each alien ship they damaged, they were reverse engineering galactic technology at an impossible rate. Asterisk 3 days. Into what should have been a swift conquest, Admiral Vex stared at casualty reports that made no sense. His advanced galactic fleet was losing ships to beings who had been using chemical rockets just decades earlier. Explain to me, Vex demanded of his science officer, how a species without energy shields has destroyed 18 of our vessels. The science officer, a pale humanoid named Tell, trembled as he delivered his analysis. Admiral, they're not fighting like any species we've encountered. They adapt faster than our computers can process. Every attack we make, they learn from and counter within hours. The truth was becoming impossible to ignore. Humans weren't just primitive savages. They were the most adaptive species the galaxy had ever seen. Dr. Park's laboratory in Tokyo had become the nerve center of human technological evolution. In 72 hours, her team had achieved breakthroughs that should have taken decades. Using fragments from destroyed alien ships, they had cracked the basics of energy shielding, quantum communication, and anti-gravity propulsion. General Walsh, Park reported, exhaustion evident in her voice, we've got good news and bad news. The good news is we can now build weapons that can hurt them. The bad news is we only have materials for maybe 50 units. Then we make those 50 count, Walsh replied grimly. Meanwhile, the human resistance had evolved from desperate counterattacks into coordinated guerrilla warfare on a planetary scale. Colonel Petrov, now commanding pilots from 12 nations, had developed tactics that confused and terrified the alien fleet. Listen carefully, Petrov briefed his international squadron. We use their own technology against them. Ram their ships with our captured anti-gravity fighters. Make them afraid to get close to our planet. The psychological impact on the alien forces was becoming severe. Commander Roth reported to Admiral Vex with increasing concern. "Sir, our troops are requesting reassignment. They've never faced an enemy that fights with such intensity." The aliens had studied human entertainment and military history, but they had misunderstood what they were seeing. They thought human aggression was mindless savagery. They didn't realize it was directed, controlled fury in defense of everything humans held dear. President Davis had moved his government to a mobile command center, staying one step ahead of alien strikes while coordinating global resistance. His daily broadcasts to the world had become rallying cries that inspired even the aliens' own analysts. "People of Earth," Davis declared, "they came here expecting sheep. Instead, they found wolves. They wanted to judge our species by our worst moments. Now they'll learn about our finest hour." The tide began to turn when 12-year-old Emma Watson's cyber warfare unit achieved the impossible. They hacked into the alien fleet's communication network. Using techniques developed from human gaming and social media manipulation, they flooded alien systems with psychological warfare. "Admiral," reported a panicked Keltari technician, "the humans are broadcasting images directly to our crew's personal devices. Images of their families, their children, their whole worlds. They're asking our soldiers why they're fighting to destroy another species' families." This had never happened in galactic military history. No species had ever turned the galaxy's own soldiers against their mission by appealing to their emotions. Nix, monitoring the battle from the Aquarian colonies, sent an emergency message to the fleet. "Admiral Vex, our xenobiologists have made a critical error in our assessment. Humans don't fight because they're savage. They fight because they love their species more than they fear death." But the revelation came too late. Dr. Park's team had completed their first batch of human-built energy weapons, powered by technology reverse-engineered from alien wrecks. The weapons were crude, inefficient, and absolutely devastating. The first human ship to achieve faster-than-light travel was a modified submarine, equipped with alien technology. Captain Torres, transferred from the space station to command the vessel, led a strike directly at the heart of the alien fleet. "This is the Earth ship Defiance," Torres broadcast on all frequencies. "You wanted to see human aggression? Here it is." The small human vessel, impossibly fast and armed with weapons that shouldn't exist, tore through the alien formation like a shark among fish. Admiral Vex watched his carefully planned invasion crumble as reports flooded in, human ships appearing throughout the solar system, built and launched faster than should be possible. His species had technological superiority, but humans had something the galaxy had forgotten: the absolute refusal to surrender when fighting for their survival. "Sir," Commander Roth reported quietly, "perhaps we should consider retreat." 4. The first time in galactic history, an advanced species was considering withdrawal from a primitive world. Asterisk. The breaking point came on the 7th day of the invasion, when Captain Torres's makeshift fleet achieved the impossible. They followed the retreating alien scouts back to their staging area beyond Pluto. Admiral Vex received the report with disbelief. "They did what?" "Sir, the humans have established a beachhead in our forward operations base. They're not just defending their planet anymore, they're hunting our ships." The human strategy had evolved beyond anyone's imagination. Dr. Park's reverse engineering. Teams were now producing hybrid human-alien technology faster than the aliens could adapt their defenses. Every captured alien device became a blueprint for 10 new human weapons. President Davis addressed not just Earth, but the entire galaxy, broadcasting on frequencies his scientists had decoded from alien communications. "Galactic Council, you made a mistake. You thought we were a threat because we fight each other. But the truth is, we only fight each other because we've never had anyone else to fight. Now we do. The message sent shockwaves through the 12 species of the Council. No primitive world had ever addressed them directly, let alone issued what sounded like a challenge. Elder Nix called an emergency council session. Fellow members, we must reconsider our approach. These humans are not the savages we believed them to be. But Admiral Vex, his pride wounded and his fleet decimated, refused to acknowledge defeat. One final strike, he declared. We destroy their capital cities simultaneously. End this humiliation. The order never reached his ships. Emma Watson's cyber warfare unit, now coordinating with adult hackers worldwide, had achieved complete infiltration of the alien command network. When Vex gave the order to glass Earth cities, humans were listening. Admiral, his communications officer, reported in confusion. Our weapon systems are not responding. Sir, they're playing human music over our targeting computers. The song was We Will Rock You Like Queen, and it was broadcasting from every alien weapon system simultaneously, while human-built ships emerged from hyperspace around the alien fleet. Colonel Petrov, now commanding Earth's first interstellar fighter wing, led the counterattack. For every human they killed, he announced, we take 2 of their ships. The battle was swift and decisive. Human fighters, built with 7 days' worth of captured alien technology and powered by centuries of human determination, tore through. The demoralized galactic fleet. Admiral Vex found himself trapped in his flagship, surrounded by human vessels that should not exist. Captain Torres opened a communication channel to the alien commander. Admiral, this is Captain Torres of Earth. You came here to judge us. Well, here's our verdict on you. Guilty of threatening our families. The sentence is get the hell out of our solar system and never come back. But the humans weren't finished delivering their message to the galaxy. Dr. Park had made one final breakthrough. Using alien quantum communication technology, she broadcast across the entire galaxy to every world, every species, every civilization that had voted to destroy Earth. Citizens of the galaxy. Her voice reached trillions of alien beings. This is Earth. You sent fleets to destroy us because you thought we were too violent for your peaceful galaxy. But we want you to understand something. Humans fight to protect what we love, and now we love something new. We love the idea that no species should be judged and sentenced without being given a chance to speak in their own defense. The broadcast continued with footage of the battle, showing human courage, sacrifice, and ingenuity. But more importantly, it showed human mercy. Despite their fury, despite their power to destroy the alien fleet completely, humans were allowing the survivors to retreat. We could have destroyed every ship in your fleet, President Davis added to the broadcast. But we're not monsters. We're just a species that refuses to die quietly. Remember this day, Galaxy. Remember that the species you tried to eliminate is the same species that chose to let you live. Admiral Vex's surviving ships were escorted to the edge of the solar system and released. As his defeated fleet limped back toward galactic space, he sent one final report to the Council. Mission failed. Recommend immediate reclassification of species human from primitive threat to leave them alone. These beings are not savages. They are something far more dangerous. They are survivors who remember both kindness and cruelty, and they have just mastered interstellar travel. The galaxy had signed off on invading Earth, expecting to crush a primitive species. Instead, they had awakened humanity to its place among the stars and learned a lesson that would echo through galactic history. Never threaten a species' children, unless you're prepared for that species to follow you home. Humanity had passed its first galactic test not through conquest, but through the perfect balance of fury and mercy that made them truly dangerous and truly worthy of respect.